It's 5:30 a.m. It's dark and it's cold, but none of that has discouraged this group from meeting up for their morning run.
Who brought us here?
God.
This is Team Hope. They meet up 3 times a week outside the Hope House Rehab Center in Roxbury. The group is made up of guys from various homeless shelters and recovery programs around Boston. The whole idea is that these morning runs will change their lives.
1, 2, 3, oh!
That's the core mission of the organization Back on My Feet, using running as a catalyst to move people out of homelessness and into jobs. And as executive director Teresa Lynn puts it, showing up for these runs is just the beginning of charting a new course.
The first step, obviously, is running or walking with a team 3 days a week. You do that for a month, then you're eligible for what we call next steps, which is really where the program gets started. It's employment training, access to job resources, access to housing resources, more gear, more running clothes. We co-create a plan with you.
That includes counseling, updating skills, paying for exam books and certifications, or finding an apartment. It worked for Kurt Ronan, a recovering addict who still runs with Hope House 3 days a week. He says the program was transformative.
Running is part of my recovery, and I want to show that it does work.
He's been clean for 3 years, and in that time has run both the Boston Marathon and the New York City Marathon. The stakes are even higher now that he has a baby on the way.
This guy right here, he's the one that keep pushing me.
Victor Rivera, just out of prison, is hoping the program can work the same magic for him. His teammates also say he's the fastest runner.
I look forward to it every day we run because, it's like we have stories that we share that are either similar or things that we can actually relate to. And, that actually, helps me, stay with the group.
Rivera says the combination of community and routine are keeping him focused and on the right path. He's now in a culinary arts program and is excited about the networking opportunities Back on My Feet provides. You sound like you're definitely on the right track. Do you feel like you're on the right track?
For the most part, some days are better than others, but for the most part, I feel real confident about myself.
1, 2, 3, oh!
Christina Quinn joins me now. What time did you get up for this story?
I got up at around 3 a.m.
Good for you.
Thanks.
So it seems to me, it sounds like a fabulous program,
Yeah.
but running just seems to be the vehicle. It's really about discipline and commitment. It could be almost anything that requires discipline and commitment. They've chosen running. Is that a fair
that's fair.
This?
That's part of it. I think it's also just the idea of seeing your progression, seeing your progress over time. Teresa Lynn said, a lot of these guys, they can only run a couple of blocks the beginning, and then they can run 2 miles by the end of the month.
So when you get to, what's it called, Next Steps?
Yes,
is that
Next Steps, yep.
So of those who reach Next Steps, what's the success rate for this program? People staying clean, getting apartments, getting jobs,
exactly.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah. 90%.
90%?
Yeah.
9 out of 10?
Yeah, 90% success rate. So they try to keep track of all of their alumni, and they're pretty rigorous about it. And yeah, 90%.
That's, again, people who have graduated or whatever,
Yes.
made it to this
complete the program,
next step
are
load.
gainfully employed and on their own. Yeah.
Is this one of a kind, either in Boston or nationally, or are there more things like Back on Your Feet?
Right. Well, they've got they're in 12 cities nationwide. So Boston's
Back
one
on
of
Your
the
Feet
cities.
is?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and but in Boston, there's more than just one running group. There are numerous running groups. One runs out of Rosie's Place. It's an all-women's running group.
Oh, really?
There's a homeless veterans running group, and yeah, they're.
And how do you have any idea? How did they alight on this idea that running could be the forum for people getting their lives back together? Do you know?
I think the idea is that your day is just completely different when you start it with an early morning run. You feel good about yourself, you feel healthier, you feel confident, you can sort of take on everything.
It was a great story. Christina, thanks so
Good to see
much.
you.
Appreciate it.